What are we doing today? Basically, nothing too exciting, I would say, because today I just wanted to try some, continue trying and testing some of the products that I've been recently testing. One of them being this BB cream from Maybelline. I do have a video about this BB cream, and what can I tell you? It was amazing, but I did try it during summertime, and I decided that I want to try it now as well to see how it works. Then we also have this blurring primer from Catrice that I really want to test out because last time I didn't actually understand, was it the primer, was it something else? But I did like half a face testing where half of my face had the primer on and the other half didn't. And what happened there was a little bit interesting. The longevity was better, but the blurring effect wasn't really there. So I do know how this foundation works, this BB cream, and that's why I wanted to test it out with this primer to see if it's gonna work and how is it gonna work. So yeah, we're gonna just test some products that are still, in the process. Also, I want to test this Catrice Soft Glam Blush, which is in the shade 10 Cloud Pink, because, I mean, isn't this beautiful? It actually looks like the Rare Beauty highlighting blushes, or what are they called? So yeah, I really want to test this one out because I did wear it only, I think, 2 times, along with other products that I was still unsure about. So yeah, I didn't know is it working properly or not. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. My face is moisturized. Let me just take out my piercing and let's apply the primer so we see what happens and how it works. I'm gonna do it exactly the same way as I did before, so I'm just gonna apply it to half of my face because I do want to see the difference in how it wears throughout the day. So this primer is quite interesting. Yes, it's kind of bluish greenish color, and the texture is like any other silicone primer basically, because you do get that silicone feel. And yeah, they do have like a spatula, so for the price that it is, I mean, giving like this, by the way, the bottle is glass, so yeah, I think the packaging is very good for what it is and for how much it costs. There you go, can you see that? And it does feel quite luxe. And in moments like that, when Catrice does something like this, the packaging is very nice. The cap is soft matte, like soft touch matte. The bottle itself is glass. I mean, I'm starting to think, do we actually need to pay that much for makeup products or not? Because, I mean, it was a debate for a very long time, right? We are paying for the brand, for the packaging and things like that. But lately what we are seeing is that even more luxury or more high-end brands, they don't really care about the packaging, right? So yeah, I was like, okay, if Catrice can do packaging like that, for what, $4, $5? Why cannot we get that kind of packaging from luxury brands? Hello, hello, hey, thank you. So yeah, sometimes, you just start thinking about what are we exactly paying for if it's not the packaging, or if it's not like, the brand, what we are paying for, because the cosmetic products, the affordable ones are getting better and better, but at the same time, the luxury brands don't really. There are obviously some that do. There are some that really try to be innovative and things like that, but most of them don't. Oh my God, so many questions. You will see. I will see what? Hi Kim, hello, hello. Hello Sophie, hello. Where have you been hiding? Nowhere? I'm here. Oh my god. Why is it so important for you, Sophie, where I'm from? Try to take a guess. Let's play a game and try to take a guess. So we do need this to leave this primer to set for like a little bit, but the other face I can already put the BB cream on. Okay. So this BB cream has SPF 50. I mean, please do not, if you are using like a BB cream with SPF, please do not think that this is enough, because it isn't. You're not applying the needed amount to have the SPF 50 protection. So just please make sure, even if you're using a BB cream with SPF, always use it over sunscreen as well. We should be responsible and respectful here. Okay. Are you talking to the other viewers or are you talking to me? Jason. Alright, so I'm just applying it to half of my face. It obviously, because it's a BB cream, it has like this quite, I would say, light to medium coverage. Let me just quickly check. It is very skin-like. It's undetectable. Yeah, everyone, I'll keep you right. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So you actually cannot see it on the skin, but you can see like the glow that it gives. It is a very good product. I was very surprised on the longevity of this product during the summer, because usually, you know, BB creams like that, they do not last on the skin, but this one does, and I am very, very surprised that nobody's talking about that. All right, so I think that was enough to set. Let me just, yeah, okay, the primer is set, so we can apply the BB cream to this side of the face. And with this primer, what I noticed is that it actually did not, it did not blur my pores, but it did kind of, I don't know, make my foundation last longer the way that it was applied. So yeah, it's interesting that, you know, blurring primer is not really blurring, it's more a longevity primer to have like a more long wear foundation. Caroline, hello, 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 nice to see you here. But if you were looking for a BB cream that actually looks like skin, that actually doesn't emphasize anything, that looks very, very natural, that is undetectable on the skin, and is wearing well, the one from Maybelline is amazing. I really, really advise you to look into it. And it's also like, I think $5 or something like that. So again, that's why I'm really surprised that nobody is actually talking about it. Okay, so we are done with the application of BB cream. And yes, it is shiny. I mean, if you have an SPF product, it usually is going to be quite shiny. So just keep that in mind. You can obviously set it with powder, which I will do. I will obviously set center of my face, because I do get oily in those areas. Now let's just use some concealer, because let's make it look like I slept. I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Concealer, and it's in the shade 150. I am quite fair, but I've been using some self-tan lately, so this concealer is just a little bit too light for me, but that's okay. And let's just blend it out. It is a very, very good concealer. I didn't understand it at the beginning when I just started using it. I thought that it looked very, very cakey, but then I understood that I left it on for too long and it kind of set before I blended it out, and that was the reason why it looked so cakey. And now when I blend it straight away, it actually looks like nothing. If I had like a shade that is a little bit more suitable to the color I have right now, it would be undetectable. I'll just add a tiny bit more where I have the darkest spots there. And I don't know, because I was thinking to use maybe this blush palette, because this blush palette from Catrice really surprised me. It is so good. I mean, these two shades, different story, but these four, first of all, the shades are amazing, and second of all, the finish is this soft matte blurring finish. So I was very surprised to see that from Catrice for the price. And yeah, because I did try the previous palette that they had, which it looked like the Makeup Forever palette, and that one was too emollient, it was too, I don't know, slippery, it didn't set, and things like that. And this one, it's like a totally different story. This one actually sets, and it looks very blurring and very, I don't know, just very good on the skin, and lasts a very long time, because cream blushes do not usually last well on me, and yeah, these ones really do. So I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna layer this blush, and then on top I would add this shiny blush. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me just check the shades again. These shades for fall, oh my god, they are so good. I mean, look at that. It's fall in a blush palette. Maybe I'm gonna use the lightest shade and then top it off with the glowy blush. But the shades are very good. Let me just blend it so you can see how, yeah, that's very blurring. Let me just try it. There you go. So they're not shiny, they're not like this creamy texture, they're more of a, I don't know, putty texture, but when you touch them, they are very creamy. Well, they do look like that in the pan, so they're very creamy. But once you apply it on the skin, it's like cream to powder formula, I would say, because this is so blurring, so beautiful. Yeah, let me just take the lightest shade and apply it first, and then on top we're gonna add that glowy blush, because that glowy blush is very nice as well. And I don't know why I want like a glowier complexion today, not full-on glowy, not like, you know, the clean girl aesthetic, but just a little bit glowier than usual. So let me use this lightest shade. I will just use my fingers, and these blushes are quite pigmented. This is the lightest shade, so it's not that pigmented, but yeah, they are actually very pigmented overall. So yeah, can you see that? I'm blending and the pigment is not going anywhere. So where's my sponge? I'm gonna blend it with a sponge just a little bit. Yeah, like that. This is so good for a full time. A little bit on my nose, just a tiny bit. Now let's add some more. I always add some blush to my forehead. I just think that way it looks a little bit more cohesive. And obviously second cheek as well. And here as well. I actually do like Catrice products overall, but this release, their new fall launch, was very good. I actually ended up liking most of the products from their new launch, and yeah, that was unexpected, because They do usually have like good products and some that are not up there in the quality, but this year, very good. Hello, hello. Okay, I do need to add some bronzer, but which one am I gonna use? I don't know. Let me just check the under eye area. Okay, I'm gonna use a powder bronzer because we're using a lot of Catrice products, so I'm just gonna use the powder bronzer from Catrice. And before that, let me just set my face. Where's my sponge? Okay, just give me a moment. All right, so I'm gonna also set with a Catrice powder. It's a new powder with starch, tapioca starch, which is, wow, unexpected. It's called the Soft Blur Setting Powder. It's also from their new launch, but unexpectedly, it is so good. Obviously, I think you can like use starch instead of powder. I think that's what they did back in the day in like, I don't know, 20s, using starch instead of powder, but obviously we're not in 20s anymore. But this powder is very good. Can you see how it just blurred everything? So I'm just gonna set the center of my face. Hello, hello, Sydney. And the center of my forehead as well. And my chin. Yeah, just like that. I'm gonna take like a big fluffy powder brush and lightly set the perimeter of my face. Because again, I have combination oily skin. So I do get like quite oily in the center. But also, user, yes, hello, hello, remember you, yes. Nice to see you again. All right, and now let's bronze and let's use the Catrice Sun Lover bronzer. This is so good. I mean, I've been repurchasing this bronzer I don't know how many times because it is quite an old release from Catrice, but obviously because it stayed for such a long time, it is showing the fact that it is very popular and it is very good. I just don't really like the shade. I would prefer if they had like a little bit of a cooler toned version, but if you manage, because as you can see, it's this, you know, it's marbled. So if you manage to find a shade that has more of the light color in, that one is going to be more cool toned. Hi. Hi, Kartikeya. It's okay, you don't need to message so many times. I see you. Hello. Okay, and now let's add the shiny blush, which is this one. We're gonna use it as like blush topper. How am I? I'm doing okay. What about you? Can you see it? This is so shiny. Where did you get the bronzer? Okay, you can get it anywhere at any drugstore. Catrice, I think, is available almost everywhere in the world. But if you don't, you can buy Catrice on Amazon as well. Oh, can you see the shine? Okay, this topper is very beautiful. And again, it's Catrice. Why? How? I mean, these products are so inexpensive. They're so affordable. I don't understand. I mean, this is like hourglass. Maybe even better. Where am I from? Try to take a guess. You know about physic. Sorry, what? Yeah, you repeating your messages doesn't mean I understand them. So, yeah. You know about physic, I don't know what that means, what you're talking about. I'm here just to do makeup, that's it. Are you from Ukraine or Russia? Do you have a Russian accent? You actually don't see that. What? What did I, oh my god. What didn't I see? Okay, Kartike, sorry, I don't understand you. If you're gonna continue like that, I'm just gonna block you. No, I don't, but I have the facial looks. Okay, but that's, I think, I don't know, all people from like Eastern Europe have that. We all kind of look similar. You can talk Hindi. No, I can't talk Hindi. Why would I? I'm from EU. I live in EU. No, I'm sorry, but I really don't talk Hindi. I used to live in Singapore though for 4 years, but still they speak English there. So no, I don't. I'm sorry. Okay, I think that is. I usually come live at this time. Yes, usually I do. Usually a little bit earlier than this. Today, yeah, I start work today a little bit later. So, what part of the EU? In Czech Republic. Or now, I should say Czechia. They've changed the name. Why you don't know Hindi? Why would I? Why do I need Hindi in Europe? How was your meeting yesterday? Yeah, I've had a lot of meetings yesterday. My job, unfortunately or fortunately, is basically consists only of not well, okay, not only, but mostly of meetings, training sessions, and things like that. So, yeah, I know about English. Okay, okay. Yeah, English is also not my native tongue, but I speak English because, people all over the world speak English. And because I lived in Singapore where they speak English as well. Um, yeah, so I don't see the reason why I would need Hindi in Europe. And even in Singapore, to be honest, because everyone speaks English in Singapore as well. No. I love your accent it's so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. There were a lot of guesses about my accent, but I think I have like kind of a combination of everything because, again, I lived in Singapore and I studied in international school. So I have like kind of a combination of different accents. Hindi is a language of India, is very important. Yeah, obviously, if you live in India, then I would at least attempt to learn Indian as well. Well, not Indian, Hindi, sorry. Okay. Where are we? With this discussion, language discussion, I forgot where are we. Okay, I'm actually I think I'm done with my complexion because, I mean, it's shiny enough. I was thinking whether or not to add a highlighter, but I think I don't need it, so I'm just gonna prime my lids. And that's it. some people do not have time to learn other languages. Yes, that's true. That's true. And also, when they do, they usually learn the languages that they need to learn. For example, I mean, here in Europe, I would rather, I don't know, learn maybe Spanish or German because, you know, it's a if you do business and things like that. So you do need to learn. Well, you don't need to learn, but you can. That would be better for you if you did. But you know, learning a language from a different part of the world, it doesn't really make sense. I don't expect, I don't know, a person from Nigeria to speak, I don't know, Vietnamese. Why would they? Why we know about Hindi, English, both, but you don't know about Hindi, so sad. Kartikeya, I don't know about other people in the chat, but I speak 5 languages, yeah? 5, yes, 5 languages. And English is not my mother tongue, and yeah, we all learn English. I mean, you also learn English. Why did you learn English? To be able to speak with everyone, because everyone speaks English. But, you know, not everyone speaks Hindi. And I, for example, I speak French as well. And why wouldn't I learn French if, you know, I had the plans to go work in France, and I did for like a few months. So yeah. Are you a stylist? No, I'm not a stylist. I actually am from business field. I'm a business trainer and consultant. I teach people how to sell, basically. And I help them to put together sales departments, optimize sales departments and things like that. So, no. Long story short, I'm not a makeup artist and I'm not a stylist. And I'm looking for my brush and I cannot find it. Okay, there it is. You can learn Hindi. Yeah, but why? Why do I need it? If you tell me why do I need it, sure, no problem. Okay, so let's just do a quick eye look, because with this language discussion, I'm not gonna finish my makeup look. So I'm using the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette and the shade Mesh from that palette. Using it in the crease and a little bit higher than my crease. I'm just gonna create like an everyday makeup look for the eyes, nothing too much, nothing too crazy. Hello, hello. Okay, something like that. And I'm going to deepen it out with this shade just a little bit. It's the shade Stone. It's not fair, you respected all languages, but you say you don't need Hindi. Yeah, why I personally would need to learn. I learned the languages that I need for my everyday life, or that I need in order to be more successful in business and things like that. But, you know, Hindi is not something that I need for an everyday life, right? You don't learn Czech, for example. Why would you learn Czech? You don't need it. You don't see Czech people. You don't communicate with them. You don't need to negotiate in Czech. So you don't learn Czech, right? I can also get offended that you do not speak Czech, for example, or French. you're already looking beautiful, then why this makeup? Because I like it. I enjoy doing makeup. I like how I look with makeup. Where are you going to? Work. You're so sweet, nice to meet you. Okay, you've really, changed the mood of this conversation. Okay, just like that. Then I'm gonna add my favorite shade. It's this one, Whisper. Just all over the lid. Obviously this palette is very, very neutral, so I love using it for every day. Sorry if I use prohibited word, please. Okay, I lost you there, Kartiki, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I think that is good enough. Let me just finish up with my lower lash line. Quite an interesting conversation we had in the live today. I'm just using the same matte shades in the lash line. Okay, and let's just add a tiny wing as usual. For those of you who are... What's your name? My name? My name's Myra. So my tiny wing as usual. I just need a wing for an everyday makeup look. I don't know, I just like how my eyes look so much better when I have the wing. Myra. Yeah, Myra. What is your name, user? Sorry, I just can't talk when I'm doing a wing. You will tell me next live. Okay. Sure, no problem. But I think it's unfair, you know? You know my name and I don't know yours. Okay, is that good enough? Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay, now mascara. Where is my mascara? And I need to create some kind of a lip look, but I don't know what. I don't know what I want to use. Let me use this light beige nude pencil from NYX. And what else? Okay, I still have time to think about that. Amal, okay. Nice to meet you, Amal. And I think we lost Kartikeya there. It was such an interesting conversation. Okay, for those of you who don't know, I'm, as usual, using my Sky High mascara because it's my favorite mascara for every day. And if I'm not testing any mascaras at the moment, I'm always going to use this one. I'm actually very satisfied with how my complexion turned out. With all that talking in the chat, I kind of forgot to check how it looks like, and now I'm looking in the mirror and actually liking what I'm seeing there. The primer, by the way, yeah, you do not see a difference in my pores with that blurring primer, but I'll see maybe it actually does, I don't know, give the longevity as I saw last time when I used it. But this combo of the primer and the powder and this BB cream looks actually very good. Far away the better. Your eyes crushing my heart. It's very sweet, thank you. Alright, that's it for the lashes. Hi, where are you from? Oh my god, I cannot handle another conversation where I'm from today. Now, what's today's plan? Work, a lot of, no, 2 meetings, 1 training session, and some work to be done, so, sorry. So let me just use the beige, nude beige pencil from NYX. It's quite natural, so it suits this makeup look. And basically I'm gonna add it almost all over. Oh my god, UK, Germany. Was that the Maybelline Sky High mascara? Yes, yes it was. Okay. So just like that, and let's add some gloss and we're done. What is your plan for today, Amal? And this is the Peptide Bliss lip balm from Catrice. It's the new one, sorry, in the shade 10. I think I'm getting sick. It's very cold here. All right, so this is the final look, and the reason for this look was to test the Complexion products. I'm actually very happy with how my face looks like right now. It's afternoon here, so just relaxing, right? Yeah. So the products that I'm testing are quite good, and obviously I'll still keep on testing them. And if you're watching this in the recording, obviously I will include some videos of me actually wear testing the products and things like that, and a more detailed review. You're a student. Oh, okay, I see. So have a nice evening or afternoon. And yeah, thank you so much. Hey, Priya, please. A test best L'Oreal Paris new lipstick. Okay. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and I will. No problem at all. Alright, so thank you everyone so much for watching today. And if you do like content like that, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. Do you come live daily? Yes. Tomorrow live? Yes. Yes, but maybe just a little bit later because I do have, or earlier, because I do have some early morning meetings tomorrow. So yeah, thanks again, and everyone have a good day, evening, or night, depending where you are, and I'll see you later. Are you wearing any earrings? Yes, I actually do have a lot of piercings, so I'm trying not to overload that with too much, because I do have some piercings here as well that I'm not wearing. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Thank you. You too have a good day. Bye bye.